I'm Pickle Rick! Shut up, Meg.
What's up, everybody? How are we doing on this fresh first Saturday of the year? Happy New Year to you all. And I'll say that again once everybody from Clive gets here, assuming he sends them over. Yeah, not, that's not you, Sam. That's not you, Mr. Fish. What's up, Queen? Our Queen Liz Edwards is here. Let's see, C2S is here. Joe Russ, Mr. A Cake, Big 8 News. Back to a little Lego. Well, not quite yet. What's up, Kevin Hardesty? Salmon Online, Fish Online is here. What's up, buddy? Someone bloody random. And thank you for the 26 months of the boop. What's up, Mr. S? Red Dwarfer. Already have some updates coming in there. Chris, PJ, Maurice. See, Clive C's in there. There's Lockwatcher. Didn't get a chance to stop by and see Lockwatcher on the way home, as my holster was supposed to be here yesterday, but I didn't learn until after I got home, or right before I got home, that it was actually delayed because of the stupid weather till today. Rusty B, happy fucking New Year's. What's up, Hawk? D Wood. And what was that? 24 months from Clive C. Much appreciated. Well, appreciate everyone that's here now. Cheers to that. Hope your new year is starting off pretty good. So far, mine's doing all right. Hung out with Killer Mike all this week. Had a automatic cat feeder set up for Dude Bro. Got home and it still had food in it, and he was the size of a watermelon, as he usually is now, so it was working good. Also, it was a Wi-Fi one, so every time it gave its thing, it updated me through the week so I can make sure everything was good to go. And then there's a big Clive with the raid. Thank you, good sir. That means it is time to crack open the fancy apple cider. I have one fancy one and one regular one left, so we're going to rock that again. Appreciate that, Naismith, with the 30 bits. But let's go and crack this on open. What's up, Dave? Lucaroo? Stealth mode, Grell, Joris. Yeah, hopefully that whole age thing is sorted. That shouldn't be as much of a problem anymore. I'll have to keep an eye on that. So hopefully everybody's in and good to go and having a good time. So cheers, everybody. Appreciate that, Big Clive. And I just spilled half of this on me. Perfect. This is 8% there, Dennis, so it's actually not too bad for American beer, as it were. That's good. I didn't drink it all when I was hanging out with Mike, because he's not really a drinker, and I'm not gonna like push that issue The shoulder's fine now. Let me tell you about the shoulder. Appreciate the follow there, Active Neurons. I like that name. I like that. So last Friday, and so not yesterday, but you know, obviously before last week's stream, we were all hanging out doing our thing, and I was working on trying to get the 3D printer to work, but it keeps clogging up at the where the tube is coming in to the heating element. So I think the Capricorn tubing that's on it, it's stuck in there. So obviously I need to replace or at least trim it down. So I am slowly getting the 3D printer to work. But so I was messing with that, not doing anything special, and I'm just sitting here, and all of a sudden, like, it just went yoink, and I went, holy what the fuck? And it was one of the things it hit, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And you know, many of us, we deal with whatever kind of pain we got to deal with a lot of times with humor. Like something sad happens, we got to try and crack a joke. We hurt ourselves, we got to try and make a joke or whatever. I'm sitting here bent over in fucking pain, and the first thing that pops into my head, as some of you know, I put together a Lego-ish version of the Sig Sauer P320. You know, that's the gun that seems to just want to shoot itself whenever it wants to. Fucking the first thing that popped in my head was, oh my god, did that fucking Lego one actually shoot me? What the fuck? Because it's sitting there and it's pointed in this direction. But somehow, in the middle of all that, that's what I fucking thought of. That the Lego P320 had actually shot me. Like, it just went far above and beyond the legacy. Jacques Attack. Delta Mike, Steve Honors, what's up? But I think what happened by the time Saturday were like, I didn't sleep at all that night. Maybe got 20 minutes of like phasing out kind of thing. Saturday I didn't do anything, stayed in bed. Sunday stayed in bed most of Sunday. Got up for a little while to like get packed because I had to leave to head out to Kill a Mike's on Monday. Monday going out, it was still just a little bit off, but then after that, it was fine. I think what happened, because I thought about it a little bit, and I realized that from when I got up at 8 a.m. to about 9 p.m., the only thing I drank that day was a cup of coffee. This cup here. A 22-ounce cup of coffee was the only thing I drank that day. So I'm pretty sure I just was so fucking dehydrated that a little knot formed and just went and just yoinked the shit out of it. Did the cats at least feed me? Nah, they still haven't figured out how to turn the stove on, which is, you know, good anyway. But yeah, killer coffee. Yeah, I sometimes I just get so involved. We all, like, I know some of us, you get so hyper focused, you forget about everything else. Eating, drinking, anything. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. BigClive says sometimes your body can just convulse in energy. Well, yeah, I have that problem too, but that's in my back, usually not my shoulder. But I drank a shitload of water, heating pad, and then that's also when I realized I had no more Motrin, so I just drank beer to kind of help. It kind of helped a little bit. What's up, Treasure Broke? A Lego-powered exoskeleton. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody has tried that or is working on that, because, I mean, you can motorize them. At least they didn't eat you. Nah, they still had plenty of food and water. So yeah, they weren't quite to that point of eating me. And actually, that's the day I did restock on all 3 floors of food and water. So they would have been good for a while before they wanted to use me as food. So the coffee unclogged you? No, I think it just clogged me. It clogged my muscles. Didn't really unclog anything else, though. But yeah, I can't believe that was the first thing that a Lego pistol shot me. I'm like, are we fucking serious here? But yeah, besides that, speaking of Lego pistols, like I said, we'll get, I guess, at the top of the hour, so in about 15 minutes, we'll do the giveaway for the Lego. It's not real, as we know. See, look, Lego. Like I said, I found the extra kit. If you still want to enter that, all you have to do is go to this video that I'm about to post. And the question, so you can skip watching the whole thing, is what is the shortened form of Christmas that starts with an X? It shouldn't be too hard to figure out. There it is on YouTube, and there it is on Twitch if you want to go. So in about 15 minutes, I'll do one of those comment picker things, and but you got to be in the U.S. Forgot, you have to be in the continental United States. I should have said that first, because I ain't shipping out of the U.S. right now, because I don't have $1 million to spend. So, Jesus Christ, yeah, that's one way to do it. Yes, that sounds, wow, actually, you know what, Clive, that's probably close. It sounds very Persian, which is pretty much what would actually have been anyway. Oh yeah, VertoThermoWhoofle time. Whoop whoop. All right, let's do that, shall we? Camera's up. Camera is up. Oh, damn, I haven't tried to burn the house down in like 2 weeks. That's fucking crazy. All right, let's see. Number one. One for Freddy. Set Shadow on fire. Ooh, wow. Hold on. That's a little, why is my phone? Oh, I gotta turn my notifications off. I'm getting blowed up. Let's try this one. Hold on, let me turn those off. Oh yeah, I gotta start the Twitch. I gotta start Twitch music anyway. Hold on, let me turn notifications off. Let's play on Twitch. There we go. All right. And where are we at? There. We'll do a bonus one. Why not? It's weird. Sometimes changing the color palette like does a full reset that telling it just to recalibrate doesn't do. I don't get it. Nope. But it works, and it is. This camera has been abused for how many? What, year and a half now? Almost 2 years. Something designed to be turned on for generally, you know, short minutes at a time. Sits here literally almost every day, just getting cooked. Love that little guy. Are the LED strips? Are they? Yeah, there's have just strips running back and forth across the ceiling for different levels of lighting. Can you ship to Washington airports? So I will pick it up before going to security back to the UK. That might be a little tricky. Don't think that one's going to work. Can anyone see my comment as Sparks? Yes. Is there a problem? Can I see it up there? Make sure I can see it everywhere. I think so, yeah. That's 10 drink emojis. You're fired for not answering sarcastically. Like, wait. Rob doesn't want to be set on fire. Why not, Rob? Spock, there you go. Finally unshadow banned from YouTube. Happy New Year. Oh, thanks for the £5 there, Sparks. What, did YouTube not enjoy your company for a short time? That sucks. Oh, there's a Web Devi. Sorry, I missed yours. Almost 2 years. Yeah, almost 2 years there, buddy. 23 months of continued support. Cheers to that. Appreciate it. Grab the correct mouse here. Fan Plant says, what's up, buddy? As an electrician, I find the screw-in bulb adapter funny, but I do the same thing. Yeah, it's just what worked at the time, and all it has in it is a little fucking CFL blacklight bulb that's like, you know, one thread out. I have two blacklight bulbs up there. Let me see. But they're both hanging like slightly unthreaded. So that little blob at the end, you know, just quote southwest of the cord, that's the CFL bulb. And you kind of can't see it, but like you see where my fingers pointed, don't look at that light fixture, but if you look at like the center of the fixture, you can kind of see a little bit of a red curve up there. That's the bulb. Actually, you almost saw it there, but that's the other black light bulb. That's an incandescent black light bulb. Just in case I need them. Yeah, it's a regular, it's a 120 volt CFL black light bulb, and then a 120 volt incandescent black light bulb. Figure go for both just to get whatever I can get out of both of them. And then, of course, I have the, is that plugged? Ah, it's still plugged in, too. Yeah, I don't know if Clive, did you sterilize everybody today? Because here you go. Here's the other one I have, of course. Some of you have seen. Oh, God, my eyes. God, that smells so goddamn good. Man, I haven't smelled that in a while. I love that smell. I gotta get some new, like, refrigerator style ones to put one back in the bathroom. Spark says I was silenced for almost 3 months. Holy shit. What the hell happened there? Oh, well, I'm glad it got sorted and you got here. Whew. Mr. S, phew, good thing I was wearing my glasses. Yeah. I should be the only one with itchy eyes, which, no, I don't think I'm going to get itchy from that bit. Fanplan IS, I see it. I have an IR floodlight for night cameras, makes the driveway bright as fuck. Oh, yeah. That's one way to take a cheap infrared light and make that shit work when you have a, an invisible infrared floodlight. Naismith has wood. That's good. Is that set for the fire? You know, keep everything warm. It is a little bit cold out. You should always be handling your wood logs, you know, appropriately. JMR and C2S are, well, James Randolph and C2S are having a boob off, I guess. They shadow banned me from live streams for no reason. Even support could not help or tell me why. Told me the AI did it and they can't intervene. Yay! We're slowly letting Skynet take over everything. What the fuck? Huh. I have no idea. Yeah, the whole AI YouTube letting AI just run wild with shit is getting fucking ridiculous. Benji, happy little fox, Scrufdog, my new security camera recognizes me as human, but Google still thinks I am a robot. Well, I don't know about the robot part, but I do have an orange vape that's pretty much empty. It's still got a little bit in there. I'm gonna have to get some on my way up to my parents' house tomorrow. I got them. Christ, did I even get to tell you guys that? I don't even know. But for Christmas, I got them each a 40-inch, like Amazon Fire TV kind of deal. So they can actually watch TV in HD and not on 20-plus-year-old tube TVs. God forbid. But now I'm going up to get them actually the Fire TV part hooked up and get internet hooked up to them. I'm going to link them to my movie database and see what comes free on Fire TV kind of deal. I have no idea besides whatever you put on it. But I'm going to get that all sorted out tomorrow. We're going to have a ham dinner. Ham dinner. Stepmom makes really good ham. IRs are a problem if the subject is wearing reflective gear. Yeah, that's luckily most people that don't want to get seen usually don't have reflective gear. What was that? Weevil of Doom. Thanks for the subscription on the YouTube. But cheers to that. See if I can manage to get a puff out of this. That made a funny noise. Yeah, I found an old vape that it still has a puff or two left in it. Couldn't find any place. I don't know if Ohio doesn't allow vapes anymore because I couldn't find any anywhere. So I got to go to one of the the crappy gas stations down the road tomorrow and get some. You let your cats have any human food? Not really. Like, I don't really make, like, every once in a while, a little bit of tuna. Like, a little bit of tuna. Hamish, gifting one, let's see, what was that? Oh, gifting a tier 1 sub on the Twitch to Demonics 4. I believe that is. I appreciate that. Cheers there, Hamish. Much appreciate the support. He's a lumberjack and he's okay. He works all night, sleeps all day. Where the hell have I heard that song before? Is that like one of them things that people just sing somewhere? Or did I just pick the classic cadence of songs and make that work in my head? Don't know. All they need is to add thermal imaging camera for the technical. All right, what are we talking about here? Oh, S24 Ultra. Pianoman got a S24 Ultra. Not had any bad experience with Samsung yet, to be honest. I still use my S21 Plus, and that's been pretty flawless. The only problems I've had with it are software things that just happen with Android in general. The reception can be iffy on 5G ultra wide, but that's not the phone's fault. That's because 5G ultra wide is just basically a label for bad 5G. Because that shit doesn't work right yet unless you're like up against the fucking antenna. At least around here. How do we have a hype train? Did I miss? Okay. We can work the hype train. All right. Yeah, no, I haven't had any problem with Samsung. It's also the first phone I've not hacked as soon, like before, like I would go to the Sprint store. Oh, wow. Key just fell off. Let me click out of that. Click that. Okay. Usually I would go to the Sprint store, say thank you for my phone, go drive home, plug it into the computer, flash a custom ROM on it, then get it the rest of the way activated, and go from there. But this is the first phone I've not done that because it has everything I want it to do. I don't have to put a custom ROM on it. The only thing I wish it would have was being able to turn off 5G without having to get a third-party app. That's really the only problem. Durella Mordo? I have no idea what that says there, buddy. Whoa, big noise. Appreciate that, C2S. What's up, Sauce? 55. Was it today's your birthday there, Sauce? Oh no, it was somebody else's birthday last time. All right, well, Sauce seems to be 55, or are you saying it's really nice out? Pretty sure you mean that. You mean you're 55. What's up, DJ Bones? I think one of the cats just farted. See you later, Horvac. Cheers, everybody. Either way, if you're 55, happy birthday, buddy. James Randolph asks, why do I want to turn off 5G? Because when Verizon clicks over to 5G or ultra wide, you have about a 5-second latency until you can get somewhere, and then it might start working, but usually it just hangs up and fucking dies. Like, I'd rather turn 3G on than use Verizon 5G ultra wide. Like I said, if you're not line of sight within like 100 yards of their fucking 5G antennas, then your phone is fucking useless. But it'll still flip over to ultra wide because it can just sniff it. So it'll flip over and then your connection is dead. So I'd have to get a third party thing to disable ultra wide. Especially, like, we've had that happen in streams before. Like, literally, when I did the, when we flew the Francis Scott Key Bridge after it, got knocked over, and we went and looked at all the destruction. Depending on what side of the van I was on, was whether the stream ran or not. Because on the antenna side of the van, it picked up ultra wide and the stream stopped. Then I'd get on the other side where it wouldn't pick up the 5G, and it would flip over to 4G LTE, and then we have a butter stream. Not better, butter. Like, that kind of better. So, Verizon 5G ultra wide is fucking garbage. Like, it feels like they took their 2G network and went, and just like drew 5G ultra wide on it and went, yeah, that'll work. Like, it's garbage. Yeah, we don't have 3G here anymore, as far as I know. They're rotters. 3G is totally switched off in the UK, so it's 2G, 4G, and 5G here only. Yeah. I'm pretty sure, I know we had to update a lot of our telemetry devices for the 3G sunset, as we called it. I don't know if that was the overall thing it was called, but as far as I know, there's no 3G around here anymore. What happened to Starlink? It's there. They're up to, what, almost 11,000 fucking satellites up there? Is 6G brain fry on the horizon? We can only hope. As long as they aim the antennas in just the right direction, and we were good. Stealth mode spiker, what's up? Oh, it's 2G switch off. My bad. 2G switched off. I don't know what we have here. I know we have 4G, 5G. We have 4G LTE, which is the one that most providers use now. Sprint was hanging on to that 4G shit. Whatever. 4G LTE, which works generally pretty well, even under low signal. We have 5G, which generally works pretty okay, and then 5G ultra wide, which on Verizon is fucking garbage. Mr. S, 20 bits. Thank you. Naismith with 11. Well, we're stacking them here. Appreciate that, everybody. Oh, yeah, we got to do the giveaway thing. All right. Let's see. Random. Oh, what's another one? Damage McDavish with 100 bits. Well, hell, let's see if we can use up one of our puffs for that. Appreciate that, everyone. Let me pull this up. Oh, something just crashed. Appreciate the file there. Demonics over on Twitch. Didn't I already? Oh, I think I read one of your thingies. Something. That was weird. I swear I already read your name off, but it was over. I don't know. Either way, thanks. Okay. All right, random YouTube comment picker. Hopefully we'll find one that actually says Xmas, or we'll have to do another random pick thing. So here we go. Let's see. Hopefully the one it finds has Xmas and you live in the continental United States. Oh, select a filter you'd like to use. Oh, they actually have a filter. Okay, I did not know that. Filter. Xmas. Include replies. No. Allow duplicates. Nah. Case shouldn't matter. Go. Loaded 19 comments. Pick a winner. All right, here we go, everybody. Oh, that's where I saw Demonics. You got the sub. That's right. All right, here we go, folks. 19 comments. F2 YouTube. I wonder if they are here. I'll have to reply back. Let me write that down. Hopefully they are in the States. Are you here now by chance? Where is the damn pen? Let's see. F2YT. All right. Baby, that's nice. Web Devi with 10 gifted memberships to the Gaggle of Goofballs on the old YouTube. Going out to Admiral Revin, Borked Bits, the Belmets, TSI1, something like that. Grammy, Mark Scarsborough, Needle Vision, Fire John, Rifleman. All right. Well, I will go back over to there, reply to that comment. Let me flip back over here. And assuming they get back to me, I will send that to them. If they don't, then I'll just do another pick from that next week, if I don't hear from them. So we'll see how that goes since I'm not seeing them in here. So I'll just leave that open then. Let me reply to them. You won. Reply back here. Reply back here so I know you got the message, and I'll send info. Reply. All right, so we'll see what happens with that. Ads on Twitch. There were some. Yep, about 2 minutes ago. Probably a bot. I don't know. Let's see. Let me click on their channel. And it was like a proper reply. Oh wow, they got they have a bunch of something. I guess we'll see. Because it says they are in Mexico, so that may not work out. We'll see. So there may be another pick tomorrow if they're actually in Mexico. So, all right. Well, we'll see how that works out. If that doesn't work out, we'll do another pick next week. Whoa. UK Richie just went subscribed on Twitch. Oh, fuck. All right. Yeah. Appreciate that. Cheers. What's the latest on DJI drones? Apparently they're not going to really be bringing them into the country anymore. As far as I know, you can fly what you got, but I mean, I would anyway. But yeah, I guess a bunch of old white-haired dudes that don't fucking know a thing about a thing decided that big scary drone bad because all the American manufacturers told them they were. Even though, as I said before, DJI was the only drone manufacturer that worked directly with the Federal Aviation Association, the FAA, you know, the plane people. He worked directly with them to include the no-fly zones and like the proper zoning bubbles and all this shit for drones. Like all the safety shit was built into DJI drones. They were the only company that did that. Any other company out there, you could fly over a fucking military base, no fucking problems. DJI, like you had to have special clearances, you had to put it in there, but no, because DJI fucking spanked all the American manufacturers' ass in quality and price, you know, they paid off enough of the fucking old white people to make DJI sound scary, and now this is where we're at. Fucking old people. And I say that as a generally old person. Mr. S, I find the lack of Franks disturbing. Yeah, that is actually, yeah, we have no Franks. Are we completely, are there any Franks in the house? Can we get a Frank to reply? We paging Mr. Frank. Mr. Frank, to the chat window. Mr. Frank. Frank, to the chat window, please. Cyberlight, you're a Frank? All right, well, we have a Frank. That's a stealth Frank. We have more Franks than we know. If Cyberlight's a Frank, then we're all right. Then we're all right. Uh-oh. Jack Attack. Did you know that cows kill more people than sharks? I'm surprised that cows kill any sharks at all. What's up? Well, we always got to make sure we have, it's generally, you know, Frank Nuttabetti, Franco Walker, or Frankie78. That's our trio of Franks. So if we don't have at least, you know, generally speaking, if those three are here, we are considered fully Franks. So, since none of them are here, we have to see if we have other Franks, because we have to have some kind of, frankly speaking, we have to have a Frank on stream. So if you're a Frank, then we're all right. There was a new Frank past couple streams as well. Oh, and has anybody had any issues with the age thing? If you have before, because that should be all fixed and sorted out. Groco got a franking machine in work. A franking machine? Does that produce franks? Like, can you stick a bob in there and it and like out comes a frank? It might be interesting. Probably squishy too. Not sure about all this bit stuff. How much is 100 bits? A bit is for the United States, I will say, a bit is a penny. So 100 bits is $1. How that works is, like, if you buy 1,000 bits, that would be $10 worth of bits. But when you buy it, you pay like 12, 13 bucks, or whatever it is. You pay a little bit more. That way, once you get the bits, you've paid the extra Twitch fee, so that every bit that comes to the streamer, there is no more fees on it. There's no, oh, well, we get this percentage, we get that percentage. That's like the only thing any streamer on any fucking platform, bits are the only thing that the streamer gets 100% of all the time, because all the fees and shit have already been paid for. It's kind of weird, but it's cool. It's weird that that's the only one. Like, YouTube has no way to give you pure revenue, I guess. You know, there's always fees. I'm assuming TikTok and all the rest are the same way. But yeah, bits are a completely fee-free way of saying thanks to a streamer on Twitch. So yes, thank you again. Fuck all that bitch shite. Donate on PayPal. Yeah, the PayPal is the other way to do it, because especially what's neat about PayPal is with PayPal, you really don't get hit with fees until you pull it out of PayPal. So anything I get into PayPal, I just have my Spotify subscription take the money out of PayPal. And I think I think Twitch is over there. I think my Twitch Turbo comes out of PayPal too, just to have, you know, little bits of revenue flowing here and there to keep your credit up and shit like that. Zap Sparky, no age restrictions here anymore. Good. Why is there no age restriction? I'm very disappointed. Well, we got to make sure everybody can get it. There's Cyberlight. I could have worded that. No age issue. Could have worded that better. Well, you could have also worded that much worse. So it's okay. Oh shit. Jack Attack redeemed deep voice. Oh boy. Okay. Am I missing something? Deep. Yep. Okay.
There we go. All right. Regular radio control planes now need a license in the UK, not just drones. That is the same in the United States now. As far as I know, you now need a license, basically a drone license, for remote control airplanes. Because they can do a lot of the same things a drone can. Oh yeah. Biscuits and gravy. I think the franking machine is somewhat obsolete as many stamps haven't been franked, says a Benjer. Pitney Hughes is a leading franking machine supplier. Digital shipping solutions. What the fuck is a franking machine? Now I must know. Franking machine. A franking machine, also known as a postage meter, is a device that prints postage directly onto mail or labels, acting as a digital stamp that proves payment to all. Streamlines a mailroom task, often provides cost savings and efficiency for businesses by eliminating manual stamping and offering discounted rates. Alright. Okay. You don't quite smoke that much, yes, Havoc. Not yet. Not yet. I was born in the dark.
There we go. All right. My work has a franking machine. It is digital. Why is it called a... I have to look that, figure out why the fuck it's called a franking machine. Doesn't directly say anywhere, but I need... this is like, you know, fucking Yorkshire pudding. It's a pancake. Yorkshire pudding is a pancake. Which just lets me know if I see something that's called a franking machine, who knows what the frank it actually is, so... Can you apply helium and deep voice simultaneously? I cannot. They are on the same knob. So I can sit there and kind of do it like this and then turn it back down and then come back down to like the deep voice, but no, I cannot actually do that at the same time because that, you know, it just kind of, it doesn't work that way. But if I really wanted to, I mean, we get, wait, why isn't that working? Boo, there it goes. Yeah, we can do all kinds of weird derpy stuff with this. The only thing about the reverb I don't like is one, it doesn't remember your last setting. So whenever I start this up, I have to go from reverb on through multiple settings to turn it off. And I understand there's a processing delay because like as I'm talking, if I'm going and talking and talking and talking, like there's that where it kicks in. But I also understand that's just because the processor is redoing its thing. Sounds like a wallet echo. You really? Hello? Huh? Once all the moths fly out. It was a little cheaper for businesses too. Yeah, it makes sense because you're using ink instead of a hard product that needs to be restocked and updated and occasionally changed and yada yada. JMR or James Randolph, I have a wanking machine. Well, it's entirely possible that your wanking machine was shipped with a franking machine from what I'm understanding, because if you can frank the box, then I guess you can wank the box. Sounds about right. Sent you $25 on you, really? Holy shit. Actually, technically, you sent me $27.27 there, Balls. Appreciate that, Hamish. Cheers, man. Much appreciated. 27, I wonder why it didn't pop up anywhere. It usually does. Oh, I see. Somehow it came through. Did anything pop up here for it? But fuck, shit, cheers. Fuck. Sorry, I missed that. I'm glad I saw that up there. Dude, that's a big toast right there, man. I much appreciate it. Oh. Only graphic, but no sound. All right, let me write that down. Tips. So that was stream elements. Because like I want these. I know. I think that happened last time. I thought I fixed that. Stream elements. Tip. See, blue rocket icon, in case that matters. Blue rocket. I just heard another one go off. Icon. Tip. It's tip. I'll see what I can figure out what that was. And what was that one? That was give a toast. Give a toast. Well, let's finish off this coffee show. Oh, it's that toast. Hold on. That requires something else. Cheers, whoa, fucking hell. Cheers, everybody, for 420. I'm falling behind on all the... Oh, my God. I'm falling behind on all the noise. Okay, I guess everything else works, just not that one. Like, are you hearing these noises as they're all going off? Because they're supposed to all be going off. Hamish says no sound. UK Richie with... Wait, oh, what the fuck? 5 more subs on fucking Twitch. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate that, Richie. Rob says he can hear them on YouTube. Sauce can hear them. Mr. S says those all work, so it's just the stream elements tip thing. So that would be like through the PayPal donate thing on the donate link. Okay. Just so I know to It's been a long vacation. Good vacation. Just a long vacation. Like, no shit, I sat here getting everything started up today, and I'm like, I have completely forgotten how to do any of this shit. Holy crap. Like, I figured I was going to just bomb out the whole fucking thing. Zap says you're getting the sound on Twitch for all those. Okay. So we have it focused. I appreciate... what do we have here? We have Give a Toast, The Deep Void. Okay, we got that one. 5 Gifted. There. Okay, so we're caught up. All right. Sorry, I'm hit the volume slider. Oh, okay. Well, either way, we know at least one doesn't work. Because I feel like I would have heard that. I wonder if I can replay it. I feel like you used to be able to replay it. Let me just try that. You can. Maybe. Let's see what happens. Okay. Whoop, whoop. Hey, now I can see. Okay, so that. Let me put the icon is 3 gold, or is gold coins. Because that's the other way I can track it down. Green, gold, coins. All right, I'll get that sorted out. Okay. Sauce says you heard that one? I didn't even hear that one. Hold on, let me try it again. Let me see if I get any activity on my volume thing. Well, we're getting kind of close to Pussies and Pianos. Replay it again. I feel like that's playing. It's just very, very low. Because I saw something happen over there. Let me do it one more time. I can see that, but I can't hear it. Why can't I hear that one? Is that setting fucked up on my end? It is. Okay. That? Oh no, that's fine. That can be on everything. Let me close that. Let me try one more time. Hey, okay. So that problem was on my end. All right, good. Okay. Bing, 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 bing. Good. Troubleshooting complete. Did I just say complete? troubleshooting complete. Let's finish our coffee. Cheers, everybody, to successful bing-bonging, which, at least it, hold on. You know what? That makes me want to go check all the rest of these since I'm on the main screen. See, I don't monitor music out. I have an independent volume control for the music in my head. I'm not monitoring any of the cameras because those microphones are off. Dude, I hope that one lapel mic still isn't sitting outside 4 months later. It might be. Everything else looks better. Let's hydrate. Yeah, let's hydrate with some coffee. Cheers. How long before Pussies and Piano? About 10.5 minutes. Oh, yeah, the dude's out. Let's see. I have no idea how coffee somehow managed to get in my nose. They got, oh, there's Tiny Mama too. They got a new tube thing. It started out like more in the middle of the hallway, but Ronnie and Tiny Mama have been running through it like mad. And those two are hanging out in the same room as each other, which is weird. And I guess somebody moved the spoon. She knows it's coming. Where'd dude go? Oh, there he is. Oh yeah, I guess I can, let me show you what's been sent in by others. But yeah, we'll get to that in about 10 minutes. Looks like he's going to go grab a snack, so he may not be eating a whole lot of Gucci. That is one thing I wish I could be like, hey, Gucci's coming, don't like to, I wish there was a way to let them know not to eat just yet, kind of thing. Without like hiding the food or covering the food up, because that would suck. All right, let's see, so let's go with some of the easy ones first, and then after Pussies and Pianos, we'll do the ones that are direct email. Let's see what we got from Locke here first. There we go. All right, from Lock Watcher. All right. Walmart, breakfast hash browns and gravy, breakfast cheesy hash browns. I can't imagine that's great. Oh, it's handmade by Hamburger Helper? I don't know. If I see that at the store, I might try it. Did you try it? Because maybe you should try it and let me know. Organizing the shop. Nice. I gotta organize my pew area. The Crow soundtrack is playing on Twitch, yes. Well, I mean, this song is, it's just one of my playlists. Super bright, new super bright shop. That is bright. Yeah, I remember it wasn't ultra bright down there, but I wasn't sure if you had all your lights on. Ow. I think I need to get me a drill press. Or get my goddamn 3D printer working right and, like, make a drill mount for one of my Dremels or something. Or just get a goddamn drill press. That's same there. Stepmom's cat. Oh, yes. Blackwatcher's stepmom's cat, Leo, passed away on Monday. 20-year-old kitty. I was hoping you would send that in. Let's do a quick toast to Leo here. Big man living 20 years, hanging out with the stepmom. So a cheers to Leo, and sorry to hear about your passing there, buddy. Oh, and Mr. S wants everybody to stretch, and Norman wants everyone, yeah, we already got the hydrate. And by the way, what's up, Norman? But yeah, all right, stretch it out. Oh, there's so many notifications today. Much appreciated, of course. Oh, whew. Puff Cheers, toast. Oh yeah, I'll show you this new vape. Well, new to me vape. It's kind of neat. May utilize its design for other projects. Hopefully I can find more of it. I'll show you that in a second here. Picking another crop of basement peppers. Looking good. Oh, yeah, the ones in the middle, there's, yeah, oh, chomp, chomp, chomp. I wish I would have known that the holster wasn't showing up until today, because I would have stopped by for a coffee. I could have used a better coffee than the McDonald's I had anyway. All right, let me flip that back. Oh yeah, real quick. I mean, I'm not monetizing this anyway, so I care less. So, like, this is your typical vape, you see? Like, look at it. I may have showed you that last time, but, like, so the power pack is separate, and, like, in a pinch, you can kind of use it as a flashlight. Just put them together. I guess you can hit the button on the bottom, but, like, the output is on the pins there. I guess, I don't know why there are 3 for the heater, but there are. I'm guessing one might be a temperature sensor, which would be neat that it had that safety built in. But also on that, focus. See that one right there? The green one with the hole in it? That's the vacuum sensor. There is a little tiny hole right there. God, you can barely see it. Just next to that terminal, kind of at the top. You can kind of see it molded in the orange. At the top of that, like, black line. Sorry, my nerves suck. But it's an interesting design. It'd be really cool if I can just find, like, refills for it, but usually everyone just sells the whole fucking thing. Reaper, Christmas tree. Hey, I may have showed you this before. I don't know, I just think it's neat. It's, like, really cool. Like, I'm just hoping I can find refills. Otherwise, it's like, well, that was kind of pointless. So I've had 2 weeks off back to work on Monday. Yeah, that's about it for me too. I gotta work Monday. I bet I'll have ice and snow to deal with then. Yeah, I don't even know if my van runs. I gotta make sure the battery didn't die on it. Can you refill it yourself? I'm guessing if I work that black plug out that I could, but there's no, like, reputable, there's no nicotine dealers around here that I would really trust. The one that was, like, trustworthy, old guy, kind of gave the business to his son, and now it's just nothing but kind of like some shady shit. Like, I can't imagine. I don't know why they're still open, kind of shady shit. So I wouldn't even know where to go to get more. Oh, and one more from, wish I knew you needed one. One is... Oh. What the fuck? He's got pieces of a drill press chilling there. Well, if I don't have one the next time I'm out and around the Ohio area, maybe when you still have that, maybe we'll talk. I can give you some cash for that, assuming it's in at least semi-functional order. You know me, I can make the rest of it work. I own a welder. I own a welder, and I have access to many welders at work if repair is needed. But yeah, we can talk. Brand new, never used. Okay. Well, if you don't mind putting it in a corner somewhere, I can try to get out there and pick it up, because that'd be pretty fucking cool. There, sir. Up to you. If it's in the way, do what you need to do with it, but if not, I'd be cool. Weld won't stick to that metal. Well, yeah, I know. That's why you just weld around it. Weld new stuff. Emmett is cool. What's up, bro? How you been? I've been alright. How are you? Emmett is cool. Mr. Pancake. Oh, yeah, it's almost time for Pussies and Pianos. Hey, what's up, Chris? I don't know if I said hi to you earlier or not. The boutique, like the boutique switch, boutique. Pretty good. How was your New Year? That was chill. Me and Killer Mike doing our thing. We ordered I ordered 100 hot wings. We kind of just chilled, ate wings. He apparently isn't much of a ball, like New York ball watcher thing, but we watched that for a couple minutes and then we just chilled. Man, it was a good time. It was a good vacation. We'll tuck it under my bed, says like. I appreciate that. Like I said, like if it's at some point it's in the way, like just do what you need to do. You know what I mean? And if you find someone locally that really needs one, like I can always get one somewhere else. That's not a big deal. But otherwise, if it's there next time I'm around, cool. Purchased while doing a project for a magic project. I did not have to pay for it. Oh, okay. Well, like I said, like if you find someone that really needs one, by all means, man, do what you need to do. Because I can get one, and worst comes to worst, Harbor Freight's not far down the road. How was Discord Christmas Day? Oh yeah, Christ, man, that's right, because that's Saturday stream, that last Saturday. That was good. Like we might start doing that a little more often, like maybe every 2-3 months or something. I'm still gonna figure that out, like and when. But yeah, like for pretty much the entire 13-ish hours, we pretty much had like 15 plus people. Like we were solid 14, 15 the whole way, like almost all of it through. We got up to almost 20 people at one point. Some talking, some chilling, some not saying anything, some just talking in chat text. Like it was a good time. It was chill. It was good. Agnes, got you in the background. Sean and I are streaming Ark. Which Sean who? Which Sean? Telemetry Sean? Like super subsonic super rover Sean? Or some other Sean? Zap Sparky. Chris was there. Who's y'all? Maurice Walker. Did Mr. S show up? I think. Sauce, Pianoman, Mouse in the House was there for a minute, I think. Andy's computer. God, I can't remember. Did Web Debbie show up? Maybe. I don't know. There's a bunch of people. Weasel was there for a little bit. That was a good time. Sorry if I not remembering everybody. It was just a good time, chill time. Not bagging Harbor Freight used to be great for single light use. Harbor Freight at this point, they got their Harbor Freight stuff, and then they have like some decent stuff. And even some of their quote Harbor Freight stuff is good if you know what to buy. Like their wrenches are fine. I've never had any problem with the wrenches. I bought pretty much all my like combination, like just wrench, whether it's a box wrench, open end wrench. I got little stubby guys. I have half moon wrenches. They're all Harbor Freight wrenches that I bought fucking almost 20 years ago. And I'm still fucking using them today with no problems. Pretty much the only wrenches of that type I have that aren't Harbor Freight are my gear wrench sets. And I have a big, like a quote, like set of those weird Craftsman wrenches that instead of having 6 sides has like the little nipples, like little nippley nubs, so that instead of grabbing the corners, it kind of grabs in between. Like, if this is your hex head, like here's one face, here's another face, there's another face. Like instead of like most of your sockets, they push on that corner. So when it strips, they got nothing to push on. But Craftsman made these ones where the nubs actually push in about here. So I have a couple of specialty types, but everything else is Harbor Freight because the wrenches are fine. Cheapy Harbor Freight screwdrivers are garbage. As soon as you put enough torque on there, you will spin the core in them. I'd never get any of them, but if you get their good set of screwdrivers, they're fine. But at work, most of my screwdrivers are either Milwaukee or Klein Tools. Klein Tools is like it's just fucking good. I mean, everything they do is pretty much good. So, and Milwaukee, I mean, it just came with a bunch of other shit, and they're actually pretty good. Like, they're plastic hammer handles, but I've used fucking hammers on them and haven't broken their plastic handles yet. So, seems alright. Oh, wow, yeah, I'm rambling on and on. It's Pussies in piano time. Sorry about that. Alright. But yeah, Harbor Freight, it's as long as you know where to go. Oh, yeah, let me pause that song. That's a good song because that song just ended. There's no ads coming up for 24 minutes on the Twitch. Let's go to Cat plus Rob. Hoofers is already waiting. Where is Rob? There's that. All right, so let's do a Pussies and a Pianos. Doop. Let me put this to its default location. Presets. And there's been an update on the OBS spot up software, so hopefully I won't have to uninstall it again the next time I want to do a Discord stream properly. That's fucking weird. All right. Anyway, here we go. We'll talk to everybody in a few minutes. I'm gonna go grab my last beer, and see you shortly. All right. Sorry about the volume being a little low there before I got back. Still haven't quite gotten that sorted out, but we'll get there. Thank you, Mr. Pianoman. Much appreciated. Did I think? Yeah, I got it. Alcove Electronics, what's up? See, who was? I saw someone else in there that I hadn't seen. What was that? I don't see. Big 8 Rusty B. See, I saw yesterday. Red Dwarfer. Yeah, we gotta get a Jubbinator update here shortly. Yeah, you can. Is this? Yeah, okay. Alright. Go ahead and crack this open. This is a sour apple. Well, green apple, sour apple, apple cider. Get the Twitch music going. Go. Cheers, everybody. And thank you again, Rob. And thank you, everybody, this evening for your support. Sent you a pepper picture on Discord. That's going to be a little tough to pull up on stream. I'll see if I can figure that out. Discord and OBS are not very friendly. I'll have to see if that update sorted anything out, though. I did figure out the dude's really not eating anything when I stick it through the door for him. He kind of just looks at it, and then Poofers goes and eats it later. Megavolt, Scrufdog, remember when Clive fell asleep during a stream? That sure was funny. Was it just once? I feel like it may have either happened twice or almost happened twice. Yeah, I remember that. I don't have that one downloaded, but I got the Super Mega Ultra NBC run recorded, well, downloaded. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of emails here. I have a whole bunch of stuff I still got to go through. Like all y'all messages are here. Let me see. Weevil of Doom UK is now following you. Where did that come from? Why didn't I see that up there? Oh, that was an hour ago on YouTube. All right. Well, if I didn't say it, then thank you. I feel like I may have gotten that one. Why did that come in through there? That was weird. Yeah, there's still a bunch on the email I got to go through. Whew. Sparks, my year's resolution is 3 4K monitors. That would be fine. That'll definitely get you going. I'm enjoying my, I got 1440 for my gaming monitor, 1080, 120 for my backup gaming, well, my chatty gaming monitor. My OBS monitor is the same exact monitor, it's just turned the other way. And then I have 2 ultra wide, what the fuck are they? What are they, 3440 by 1440s? Was that a Patreon stream? Which one? The NBC one was not. The sleepy one, I don't, that may have been a Patreon one. It's been a minute. Well, you can't quite see all of them from this, but I'll show you, well, that, and I got the 1080, actually, is that even 1080? Yeah, I think that's a 1080 60 cheapy one, behind me for when I'm at the workbench. I just heard a bing bong. Oh, it's just more stuff coming. Yeah, we got a bunch of shit coming in on WhatsApp. And Happy New Year's to anyone that may not have heard me say it earlier, and cheers to you for stopping by and hanging out. Ah, even Ronnie's getting in there to scavenge a little bit. I'm trying to drag the OBS screen around to re-aim the camera. That usually doesn't work. Support, what am I, a jock, a bra? What let me be a bra? What the fuck are you talking about, C2S? Are you alright? And... okay. Well, we're just about done with this, aren't we? I think they're all just looking for scraps at this point. Then we'll get back to everybody's messages coming in just a moment. Where's the... oh, there is Ronnie. Into the tube. I seem to remember Ronnie really enjoying the tubes. I thought I had a tube here, but I don't see it anywhere. So I don't know what happened to it. So that was one of those spend $5 more and get free next day shipping on Amazon kind of things. So I was like, oh, he came. There he is. So like, I kind of just flipped over to the recommended page, and that was like the second thing over for like $10. And I was like, yeah, all right. It's not, I mean, obviously it's not going to last a lifetime, but for $10, you'll probably get a good year out of it before I replace it. Maybe get something bigger. Cyberlights, Clive was off for a few seconds on one stream as far as I remember. Yeah, I know he's gotten pretty sleepy on some of his streams. You said we support the kitties, missed being watched while eating. Yeah. So, what are you going to do without an evening of being voyeurized while consuming? I'm going to smoke this backup vape, see if it has enough juice left in it. Like, let it soak for a half hour to try and get one hit out of it. Sparks, do they still take the snake around the house like it's their pet? Yes, the snake does travel. I think it's Poofers. I think it's the gray one. I think that's her little buddy. But I do still need to get around to moving one of the cameras to try and track that a little bit better. Cyberlight, I found 2 scam shops this week. They get a little better. Scam shops? What kind of scam shops? Alcove, I'm getting better regarding the stroke, but other things going on, so more tests, worried about it all. That's no good. At least things are improving on one front. Hopefully other things will follow with that. Like, cheers to good future health. Quite a few has fallen asleep while live streaming. I know I've gotten pretty fucking close, or I don't think I've actually totally nodded off. I know I've gotten close. I know I've fallen asleep on Discord a couple times, I think. But like everybody, yeah, I think everybody on Discord has fallen asleep. Oh, fake internet shops, gotcha. Pay now, palm face later. Yeah. I'm dealing with something like that with my bank right now. I'm still dealing with that shop that never sent me that shit with my bank to get my money back. It's fucking unreal. Kitties. She's trying to eat her own face or something. Shouldn't need to be that flexible to eat food. Oh. I fell asleep on Discord last night, says Pianoman. Ah, yeah, but we're used to that. At least you're not snoring. Apparently, I forget who it was. Someone fell asleep on Discord the other night. I believe they may have been snoring at the time. I'm not sure. I wasn't there. Tiny Mama's tail is in sync with the other plate. Oh yeah, her fur line on her tail is lined right up with the plate, the black and white plate. That's funny. Good pickup there, Rob. There are live streamers that have died live. Yeah, that's another thing. That's happened more than once. Fairly recently, from what I understand as well. Rob says, "No, I don't snore." No, I don't. Yeah, I don't think we've ever heard you snore. I've heard of other people snore. I sometimes snore. Big Clive fell asleep on stream once. Yes, he did. I forget. I can't. That was a while ago. I don't remember how long he nodded off for. All right. Well, we're at bits and pieces with them. So why don't we'll flip back over and get caught up on everything that y'all have sent in. Let me go to this screen here. I'll keep their screen up if anything interesting happens. I can flip it back. Let me go so I can kind of keep an eye on the tube in case Ronnie decides. Well, let's see where Mama goes. She's been having fun playing with the tube as well. And of course, she goes around the tube when I say that. All right. Anyway, I'll keep an eye on things. Let's go back to here. What's up, Mr. Egg Cake? Ah, shit, I don't think I said hi to you yet, have I? My apologies. Alright, let's finish up here over here. Let's see, D Wood. The wallet deflator. Bottom. Swipe. What is that little guy? I see a power button, USB. I'm guessing that is a fancy computer. Oh, yeah, that would be a fancy computer, wouldn't it? I'm guessing that says something along the lines of either RTX or XT something. I like the front of that. Like, that's nice. I like the wood trim on it. Like, I could dig that. Like, I was thinking, eventually, if I build another computer, which obviously at this point is going to be a little while, because I don't feel like spending $8,000 fucking million on a stick of RAM. I was thinking of doing like a retro-ass build with like a really nice computer in it one of these days. Well, at this point, one of these years. But appreciate sending that over there, buddy. Hopefully that's kicking ass for you. Don't forget, we have me and Killer Mike are running a Vane server now. So if you're playing Vane, which is like super detailed scum plus better-ish, whatever. It's got its bugs, but like it is way early access. But if you play that, go on multiplayer, search for Kill a Scruff. You will find it there. It is PvE, so all you're fighting is the monsters, not each other. Anyway. Got that. Let's go here. Got that. What's that? What is this? Jack attack. Okay, what does this say? If anyone can guess this animal, I will have a drink tonight. Is that a poodle? Looks like a poodle. I'm feeling poodle. What do you think, Jack Attack? Is that close enough or what? PJ says, just notice, has there been a door-only power cut? No lights on. Oh, I think I got one of the lights turned. I forgot to turn one of the lights on in the dining room. Yeah. Scruff and Scum is probably not the best ad ever. Well, Scum is lacking right now, that's for sure. Spider. Mr. A Cake thinks maybe it's a spider. Sauce is a robin. Red dwarf or possibly a kangaroo. PJ, a mouse. Rob says it's a scribble. Actually, yeah, that the animal up front. Actually, that's the scribble from fucking Backrooms, isn't it? That's what that is. It's a monster. It's not a mouse. It's a scribble monster from Backrooms, consuming another creature, I guess. Redacted elephant. Yes, it's a government elephant. It's the elephant that was in the Epstein files. It's an Epstein elephant. Holy Christ. What do I got? I guess you're gonna have to, you may have to go have that drink there, Jack Attack. And Mr. S. Let's see. Oh, going on. Mr. S has for us a snow-covered RC car. Looking good. Is that I'm guessing that's a little electric guy. Tear it up out there. Noise. We didn't quite get it. Well, I wasn't here, but we didn't really get much snow here. Killer Mike got a little bit. The floofs. Hey, we got Zoom. We got floofs on the computer. Of course, the warm spot in the house. Do you have exhaust fans up top? Hopefully you have side exhaust as well, so the hot air can actually get out, because it doesn't really look like they give a shit. He looks content as fuck. He's like, I don't give a fuck what happens. I am not moving. Y'all can just eat it. They look very happy, like excited, like, hey, you found the warm spot. It's good to see the super floofs on the warm area. I think I may need to get a, make a warm spot for the cats. I do notice they hang out near the vents sometimes. The heating vents. I already fucked up. 2027 will be my year. There you go. Yeah, I haven't quite gotten to the point where I've given up on the year just yet. But you know what? It's still early. Execute order 67. 6767. They had it coming, didn't they? Oh. Oh. Oh boy. Nice, nice. Thank you for those, Mr. S. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is getting like a couple little 5-watt reptile heaters, because once you stick that somewhere with a little bit of insulation, it's going to be warm, especially when you put a floof on top of it to help collect the heat. So I may stick little 5-watt reptile heaters on the one pet stand for them. Especially if you stick it on some of the lower ones, it may help warm the entire stand, I'm thinking, maybe. All right, let's go over to Woot's apps. Actually, let's take a drink, shall we? Oh, top of the hour toast. Missed that. Cheers, everybody. Top of the hour. And radiator on top. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine Jack Attack show at scruffdog.live. Not at Scruffdog Live, at scruffdog.live email. Yeah, that is the email to the show. Just keep in mind, if you email me, there is a delay as it goes through all kinds of bullshit. All right, let's get this week's update on the Jubbinator and whatever Red Dwarfer's got going on, shall we? Today, yeah. Somebody dropped his Christmas bacon down the gap on the step. Oh, well, there's Jub Butt searching for their bacon, which I get it. If I drop bacon, I'm going in for it too, as long as he doesn't beef on everybody. I finished my beer can. It was a 5-liter one, says Cyberlight. There you go. That should be just enough. Christmas bacon. There we go. Bacon coma. I got the jubbers. I like those little plant things. What are those, succulents? Is that what those things are called? I like those little guys. Jub chilling. You got a little thing out there. Just make sure you don't get mosquitoes in it in the summer. That's good to see the Jub's doing his thing. Killing the bag. kind lady at the pet store removed the tags on his new toys before putting them in the bag so he could get straight to business. Ah, there you go. That's perfect. You can get in there and kill everything without having to wait. Oh, look at that. Nickelodeon has Garfield now? Okay. Ceramic mug with a chocolate egg. That's cool. Garfield's good stuff. Garfield's good stuff. I have an Odie tattoo on me, so obviously I like Garfield. Mr. S, what we got there? Subscribing for 6... Oh, on tiers. 5-month streak. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you for the support. Subscribe for 6 months, currently on a 5-month streak. And I heard the noise on that one too. Oh, look at that. Toasted bun, coleslaw with Japanese style dressing, Angus beef and cheese patties, smoked cheese, pickled jalapenos, and jalapeno barbecue sauce. You're fucking right. That sounds awesome. That looks good. I would fucking eat the ass right out of that. Like everything. That is good. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you for those. Damn. All right, that's everything there. All right, we got Happy Little Fox. See what we got this week. There's the thing with the clock. A little bit of Christmas light activity going on there. Good, good. Not seeing much snow around. There's some snow. Or a beach. Probably snow. There's a couple of lights for you, just in case you hadn't seen any. Oh, yeah, look at that. Right there, a little 2026. Yeah, 2026. There's some fire. Is that to come? Is that all real fire? Like, are those real coals, or is that one of them fake ones that has like a gas fire on it? Oh yeah, it's past 7 o'clock, so food is legit. That means Fama might be showing up at any time now. Floof. Look at a little floofy. Here's the floofy floof. Like the whittle poles. There's almost a slight look of concern there, like, are you sure you got the right flavor treats? Real coal? Yeah, it looks like it's real stuff. Oh, look at that. Oh, there's little Christmas balls on it. And dance balls. Nice. See, I like that shit. Like, with my Christmas trees, I like them either with lights, with colored lights, and white lights, and a million fucking ornaments, all kinds of different shit. Or, I like it all white lights with silver decorations, like that. Like Christmas balls and like the little dance, little dancey globes like that one right there. Like I either want white and silver, like there's nothing in between. Like a lot of people do white lights with various ornaments and stuff. Of course, I say that, I don't do Christmas trees anymore, but either way, that looks good. I like that. Thanks for that there, Benj. Pianoman. What does Pianoman? Yeah, a bunch of this, like the app crashed a while ago, so I lost a lot of the old pictures. Ah, right. Mr. Yogurt Face. This is Monty. His buddy that hangs out. Attempting to eat yogurt. Now he's got yogurt on his eyebrows. That's the neighbor's cat that stops by every once in a while. He's cool. Drank too much beer today, says Cyberlight. Should have lasted till tomorrow. Ah, yeah, I guess that'll happen sometimes. 404. My pussies love to sleep on my desk, so they all got beds on it. Oh, look at that collection of floof. There you go. Yeah, if they're going to lay there anyway, you might as well just make a comfy for them. All right, so once they curl up, you can't tell what ends where or what. Oh, there's an eye. I can see an eye right there. It's almost creepy looking. Can I get that? Oh, I can't move it sideways. So there's an eye. There's a head with an eye. There's an ear. There's some soupy floofs. Soupy floof. Jack attack. Who told what where? Don't fall asleep. What's going to happen if they fall asleep? What am I missing here? Did someone explode? Thank you for those 404. The super floofs. Someone bloody random. Let's see. Not my cat playing with not his toys. Cat lives a few doors up the street. He climbed in through the windows, ate my cat's food, then played with her toys and refused to leave for about 20 minutes. Cheeky little bugger. That's cool. Ah, I like the coloring on him. As long as he had fun. Yeah, that's whatever. Kitty cat. It's just, you know, it's like a loner. I like the colorings are really cool. That's just a loner cat, you know. Where was your cat during this? Was she just confused in the corner trying to figure out what the hell was happening? That is really cool coloring on there. It kind of reminds me of Dude Bro. Chris, Jason tipped over the box. Let's see. I built myself a Lego flower. Oh, nice. Cherry blossoms. Yeah, we got a lot of those in DC. Apparently DC is really popular for cherry blossoms. That's cool. Look how that sits in there. Pianoman Rob would appreciate that. That's for sure. And there's Jason doing what cats do best, knocking stuff over. That wasn't an accident, as we all know. Monty was on the stairs New Year's Eve when I went to check my mail, so I grabbed him, says Rob. Yeah, that's cool. Monty seems to enjoy hanging out with you. I appreciate sending that. I like the, I do like those. I might get into those at some point. We'll see. Delta Mike, what's up, buddy? Let's see. Tina doing her best not to be photographed. My doggy darling tramp life. There's Tina girl. I assume she is still enjoying her little assist on running around like a good girl. Good to see her doing her thing. Very cool. I still need to make my Lego orchids, says Rob. You still haven't put those together? Been a minute. Whoa, what do we got here? Jeff Lee, a recent project. That's interesting looking. It looks sort of like roughly based on a AR lower-ish. Ooh, okay. Well, that looks fun. Just let us know how that goes. Huh. Sauce. What do we got from Sauce? Here are my vapes. Yep, I got different ones. Like, there's so many different fucking ones. It's ridiculous. That's a cool sunset, I'm assuming. Oh yeah, nice sky the other evening. Yeah, that looks good. Sparks, one of mine loves black rubber O-rings. He's fascinated by them and bats them all over the place. I usually leave 5 or 6 on the stairs. As soon as he notices, they all get bashed down. It's the rag dolls like you, and raggy dolls like you. That's good coloring. I like the trees. That's a good effect to go with the sunset. Appreciate that, Sauce. Let's see what else we got here. And one more from Benji. Oh, okay, so that is real fire. Nice. Nice. It'd be cool if I had like a fireplace in here. But I feel at this point the easiest would be to get like a cast iron like stove kind of thing, but then I have cats. So, you know, what are you gonna do? So that'll probably never happen because I'll always have at least a cat at some point in my life. Obviously, for now, I'm having 4+1. And don't worry, Dude Bro got fed at 6 because I stuck out an automatic cat feeder for him while I was on vacation, and I went and refilled it a little bit before the stream, even though it still had plenty in it. I had another couple days in it. All right, I think that is... No, is that everything? Let me see what we got left, y'all. I think we're all caught up for the moment on that. Oh, wait. I think there was one from C2S the other day. This is from C2S. This is from like last week, an update. I know C2S doesn't mind advertising the ladies in his life. And there we are. Still, yeah, you still haven't even opened the box. You should get on that. Even if you don't stream it, like maybe just do it like on Discord or something. Maybe on one of the Monday nights. Little project on the project streams. Like, that'd be cool. Okay, let's see. Pianoman says, my cats never burnt themselves on the fire I used to have. Yeah, I just don't want to find out the hard way. You know what I mean? I'd rather not. I'd rather not know if it was going to be good than have a chance of one of them like burning their little nose or something. No, that would be Rob's box. Yeah. Anyway, for those curious of the thumbnail, and yes, I did check. I can show this on YouTube. Yes, I did order this in this color with that color string. For the sole purpose that though you only see this much of it, plus whatever sits in these little pockets, it's more of a chance nobody will notice if they see some kind of a bright color, because they'll think maybe it's boxers or a t-shirt or something, especially because what goes in there will eventually be banana yellow, possibly even with the little banana specks on it, just to make it so that if a shirt blows up or something like that unintentional happens, that people won't just see a black thing sitting under there and be uncomfortable, kind of thing. Anything I need to do with this is the holder for, you know, the extra candy dispenser. Well, it doesn't really lock it in there. It just kind of friction fits it. So Kydex, in case you didn't know, Kydex, you can reform this with like a small hair, or, well, either a hair dryer or like if you want to do a small part, like a little heat gun, especially if you have like the little nozzles like I have. So there's a notch in the little candy holder that you put in there, and that holds it into the candy dispenser that sits on this side. So I'm going to heat that up and put just the vaguest little notch there to kind of lock the candy holder in a little bit better. But besides that, looks pretty good. But yeah, I did order that on purpose. Is that a banana holder? That is for that will be for holding bananas and banana candy dispenser. Streaker, yes, I will be showing everyone my banana. What's up, Phasma? The open fires seem to heat you into your bones. What? Oh, what's on fire? Cats are wise around fire. Yeah. I just don't want to find out. Unless I put it some, like, of course, then the other possibility is I just stick it downstairs in the workroom where no cats go anyway, and that's the basement, which would kind of make sense because you'd want the extra heat from it to just rise into the room and then rise up into the house. But you never know. Maybe I'll put one in there. I actually just thought of that. If I put one in the workroom, then no cat can get to it anyway, and that's probably the best place for it, really, because then it's a concrete floor. So you don't have to worry about extra this and that, and I can put it up against the one wall, which is also concrete, but I'd also put a heat deflector anyway. But I don't know, we'll see. Whew. But yeah, either way, I wouldn't mind putting fire in here for heat, just in case, you know, the worst happens. Would be nice to be able to generate heat without burning the place down. Fire guards are a nice thing. Yeah. Spark says if it's a wood stove, just put a load of Peltier fans on top of it too. Yeah. Just to kind of blow it around the room, which will help also. Actually, yeah, I would do that. Blow most of it into the corner where the one return is. And the rest can just go at the other end, and it'll slowly filter up through a good half the house at that point. If I really wanted to get jiggy with it, I could stick a little fan in that one little, I have a vent in between like the basement and like the room. I could always stick a little fan in there if the workbench room gets really warm. That would blow warm air across the rest of the basement where it could rise up into the rest of the house. Give a toast. Oh yeah, it is about that time, isn't it? Mr. S. Thank you, Mr. S. Everybody, take a shot, take a drink, take a sip, scratch your butt, pinch a nipple, pet your cat, scratch your dog, either way. Cheers, everybody. But, yeah. Plus, honestly, like, it's funny, this color is the same color that my, my instructor for getting the license and permits to, you know, deal with said small, compact, candy dispensers. His everyday walking around candy dispenser is actually this color. For the same reason, basically, for a similar reason, and that is if someone knows that you have a candy dispenser on you and they decide they want to get you in trouble, but you know they didn't see it, they just for some reason knew you had one, you can always look at the officers and go ask them what color it was. If they say, oh, it was black, you can be like, no, it looks like a fucking banana. That's why you know they're bullshit. But that's kind of how that goes, because yes, like I said, in a little while that will be some sort of banana yellow. Gonna get it Cerakoted. But I'll probably wait till I have something else to use, because that'll probably be gone for a while. Appreciate that, Jacques Attack. Blackwater, it's amazing that you can speak of fire and arsonist's tool, but cannot speak of bananas. Yeah. It's YouTube. Twitch would be fine if I was being responsible with, you know, that and the candy dispenser that fits in it, but YouTube is fucking YouTube. So there's that. And I did actually get the if you look carefully at the thumbnail, you can see I did actually finally get my optics for the candy dispenser as well. Still haven't sighted it in perfectly, but hopefully I'm going to try and get to the local range this week. And if I like it, I'll do like a membership thing. It's like $15-20 a month, but you can pretty much just go when you want to go. Priority thing like that. And I figure if I go, you know, every couple weeks for an hour or so, get my just get trained so I don't do anything stupid, and, you know, trying to be like, I know not everybody that watches is, you know, generally fond of firearms. Like, I understand that, and that's fine. Like, I get it, but just like I've said before, just know I'm doing everything I can to be safe, responsible, and not be a fucking moron like a lot of these people are on here. Like, and that's the reason why, one of the reasons why YouTube is so anti, you know, candy dispenser, because so many fucking morons came in here and fucked it all up, and so then they all went over to TikTok and what's that other one? It's like generic, to even like worse, like generic TikTok. So, but anyway, just don't pee on your pew pew. No, I wouldn't really recommend peeing on your pew pew at all. Laser gun. Well, that's a whole. Well, YouTube is weary of laser stuff because of Spyro Pyro at this point, because he really pushes the limit of safe. Not Facebook Reels. Sorry, let me say it like that. Not Rumble. Fuck, what is like? There's some other one that's like even like more generic than fucking TikTok. That just doesn't give a fuck. It's like, I forget what the hell it's called. I'd know it if I saw it. Actually, I might be able to find it in my chat thing, because the chat thing covers most. Kick, that's it. Kick, not Pornhub. I know. Trust me, I'm familiar with Pornhub. Kick, that's the other one. Yeah, it's like basically everybody went to YouTube, fucked it up for everybody, then went to Kick and TikTok, who doesn't give a shit anyway. Like, you could pretty much literally commit fucking murder on those platforms, and you'd probably catch a 3-day ban. A styro used a tree as a shield recently. Perfectly adequate. Yeah, man, I hope he never fucking, like, he pushes. Yoshimita, yeah, Kick, that was the one. That, of course, I will say, if, like, Johnny Somali can't even fucking get sorted out properly on those, at least they're banning someone that knows what the fuck's going on. Oh, of course, Jack Attack. Pornhub is fucking major league of porn. I mean, think about it, they have everything. I mean, they pretty much have everything that's legal, as far as I know, on Pornhub. So, like, it is a good hub for porn. And I don't monetize my stream, so I can say that word and not worry about it. Whatever. Pornhub. Grant Rennie, there used to be a company in the U.S. that specialized in coloring candy dispensers. They were called lava coatings, and mainly did camo, but also yellow, orange, and bright pink. I'm going to do, yeah, I feel like I may have heard something like that. But I'm going with Cerakote. Like, the actual Cerakote company recommends a specific one in Maryland. So I figured, if knowing that Cerakote is a stand-up company that's used for many things other than pew-pews, if they specifically recommend someone in Maryland, then, like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go with that, because they're not paying people to do their shit. They actually pay attention to quality of the people they give their name to. So yeah, but like I said, I need something, because I don't want to not have anything. So I'm gonna have to wait till I get something else. So it'll probably be a little while. But once it shows up, obviously, a long time from now, you'll know about it. Coal trains suck. You shut your engine off. C2S. X videos? Are you talking about X videos on coal trains that suck you off when you shut your engine down? Chris says, I hope he stays safe doing what he does. Yeah, sometimes Styro Pyro really seems to ride that edge of safe. Like, really ride that edge. But as long as he knows what he's doing. I mean, it seems like he does, but we always say it seemed like he knew what he was doing when the worst case happens. You know what I mean? And there's no kitties in view. Photonic induction will probably always be my favorite YouTube nutter. Yeah, he did a lot of good stuff. He's a good dude. He is definitely a nut. But he seemed to be a little bit safer than fucking Styro Pyro, at least. Colin Furs is in all that stuff too. I don't really watch him a lot. I need to get a little bit more into some of these electronic guys, I think. What's up, Josh? Welcome. Good to have you. Good to have you. Happy New Year. And Happy New Year to everyone else that may not have heard it when I said it earlier. Cheers. Just a little bit of juice left in that. Let's see. I think I got that at the gas station right down the road, so I'll hit them in the morning before I head up my parents' house and get them all sorted out on the Fire TV. My dad's is going to be easy. That's just a fucking network cable plug in, plug in. My stepmom's TV might be a little more derp because I'm going to have to, hopefully, the Verizon people, when they did the password thing, hopefully they didn't change it from whatever's on the router. But who knows? They've done stupider. Anyway, cheers, everybody. Happy New Year. It must dim the whole neighborhood sometimes. Who, Styropie over there, C2S? Yeah, if I can dim the neighborhood by accidentally shorting the pole wires on my fuse box out, like I did like 20 years ago at the old house, like I dimmed the neighborhood doing that, shorting out 2 leads on a multimeter. I can't imagine. Like, he must be the source of like the occasional rolling, like, well, not rolling, but the occasional brownout, because holy shit. Jack Attack. For the last few months, my wife was leaving jewelry catalogs around the house. Yes, I got the hint. I got her a magazine rack for Christmas. There you go. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, boy. How are we doing? Everything up there? Okay, we're doing good there. Doesn't think like anything. Why am I not hearing music? Oh, no, it's just a quiet issue. There it is. I think he has blown the 100 amp supply fuse at least once, says Sparks. Yeah, I would not be surprised. I can't believe it only be once. Like, I'm not surprised. Like, are we sure he doesn't have his own dedicated breaker box coming in off of a main at this point? Because, like, if I was his parents and he was just feeding off the main box, I'd be like, no, man, you ain't gonna fuck up the whole house for your experiments. Unless he's making enough money to pay for that motherfucker, then I guess he can do whatever the hell he wants. Passive takes a while to ramp up. Yeah, that is true. I don't know. Like, I don't watch Styropyro. Like, every once in a while I pop in, but I don't pay attention to his numbers. Like, is he getting like 1 million views per video still, or how's that working? Like, does it seem like he's probably helping pay the bills? You know what I mean? Mr. S is off to bed. Thanks for the stream, everyone. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you stopping by. See, just about finished this one. Cheers, everybody, again. That was the last beer of the night. After the stream, what am I going to eat? I'm going to eat I got, what the hell were they? Jamaican jerk wings left over from Mike's. I got to finish them up. I already ate the rest of the habanero mango wings. 3 million right now is on the 30k watt light bulb video. So he's got a couple bucks coming in. Jesus Christ. Yes, okay. So yeah, he might just be helping pay the bills. So his parents probably like, all right. Although at this point, his parents are obviously cool enough that they're probably not making him pay any fucking bills. They're probably telling him to save the shit and fucking invest and whatever. And like, I mean, he's a self-sustaining motherfucker that helps pay the bills or whatever. You went way over to Mike's. Yeah, it's like 450 miles from here. 7-hour drive at about 80 miles an hour. The truck did pretty good. It seems to run better when it's cold, which makes me wonder if there's a fuel issue going on. I kind of thought the coil might be taking a shit, but I'm going to swap that anyway. I got that new MSD coil. But I'm going to see if every once in a while the check engine light comes on. Problem is, every time I stopped to try and throw a paperclip in there to see what it was, the fucking light was out. And OBD1 doesn't really have a memory function with a paperclip. But I did notice whenever the check engine light came on, that fucking thing went really lean for a while. And then the check engine light would go out and it'd go back to running a little rich. So it might be a fuel issue that I'm dealing with, less than a spark issue. I thought Styro had his own house. I maybe? I'm used to seeing like most of the videos I've watched, he was like at his parents' house, but maybe he's moved out by then. No idea. um, but I just got to get around to troubleshooting it. Either way, I want to do a full tune-up in the spring. Spark plugs are fine. Those have basically 2 trips to Ohio on them. Those don't have much on them. I'll pull them and check them. I want to get cat rotor wires. I'm going to look at the fuel injectors, see what the spray pattern looks like. If it looks good, I will leave them in, but there may be the possibility of getting new fuel injectors. Because I believe those are Caprice fuel injectors in them, which are of about 10% more flow. Which the fuel map should be able to compensate for that because of the oxygen sensor. But maybe it's having a problem because of all the modifications I did to it for while I was running the performance computer on it before the performance computer started fucking up the transmission. So now it's all back to stock. I don't know, but I figure by the time summer comes around, I'll have it sorted out. I mean, that's the only good thing about the old GM 350s before they went over to OBD2 is all the parts are just fucking cheap. When I first got the truck, I replaced pretty much all the sensors. I mean, it wasn't much. I replaced the map sensor because it was like $40. I replaced... Well, I took the EGR valve off and plugged it, so I ain't got to deal with that. That doesn't have any sensing on it, so it doesn't know if the EGR's fucking working or not, so that doesn't matter. The coil is, instead of sitting on the intake manifold, is now sitting on the firewall. To keep it a little cooled off, and it's, you know, the one that's on it's an Excel coil. I'll be replacing it with an MSD coil. Don't have MSD ignition, but they still make good coils. Sauce, I'm going to go watch the finale of Stranger Things while I'm still awake. Good night. Good night, buddy. But I'll have that sorted out by the summer. And as long as it's still running good, then I'll make the decision on whether or not I'm going to keep it. Which at most likely I'm going to keep the thing because even a piece of shit out there that should be $500 costs $5,000. Car prices are so fucking stupid nowadays. So like, thinking about replacing it is kind of not really an option because used cars are almost as much as new cars now, and new cars are like, you gotta be fucking rich. What's up, Chicago Ted? Just changed my engine oil and CVT fluid, constant velocity transmission fluid, doing my partner's automatic transmission fluid and oil now. Is the president doing okay there, Chicago Ted? Welcome to Car Check. We're Click and Clack, the Tappet Brothers. Nice. I used to do a radio show that was Car Chat. Like, I even got to, at one point, interview the GM race team that had the, like, 1,100 horsepower Chevy Cobalt drag racer. I actually got to interview their team. Like, that was fucking awesome. Had a good time when I was doing that. Uzi Sopum Salt. What? You alright there, Mr. A-Cake? Tom Raider? Who are we rating that's named Tom? Former $20 part, now $100 if available. Yeah, some of that shit. Kind of hoping that the OBD one is just still cheap. I don't know, let's see. I remember when I bought the injectors, because it's got a TBI 200, throttle body injection 200, which means it's basically, it's similar to carburetor with fucking plate and all that, but it's got 2 big ass fuel injectors that sit on top of it, as opposed to having like a fuel rail on the side like the modern shit does. So it's 2 that just fire into a common intake manifold, and it just goes where it needs to go. I'll go over to Rock Auto. So when I bought them, they were Caprice ones that are a little bit bigger, and they were flow balanced. I bought them in a balanced pair. And they were like, what, 200 and about $220 for basically the performance version for my truck. So let's see, a 1995 oh, no, wait. Back it up. C2500 It's a two-wheel drive Suburban. I know, but that I bought the damn thing for $1,200, and I've put 100,000 miles on it. The truck now is 251,000 miles with the factory original matching engine and transmission. So, yeah, I'm good. Like it, and it feels like it's going to last a long time as long as I figure out this little stutter issue it's got. Fuel injectors are now. I can get remans for basically $60 a piece because I'm not sending cores back in. Or I can get new ones for 100 and let's see, who's that from? Standard Motor? Yeah, Standard Motor just gets their shit from fucking Delco. So like 100, that'd be like, so it was 220 for the performance ones. Now set is about 270 for the stock ones. I mean, that's from Rock Auto. I might be able to look around and find it a little cheaper somewhere, but yeah, really hoping that's not what it is. It doesn't really seem like the throttle position sensor is a problem. Idle air control seems like it's running fine. I think idle's like a fucking champ. But what part is that? That is the both of the fuel injectors. There are two fuel injectors in that throttle body. President Tenders is coming in and out of the garage as he sees fit, purely to inspect my progress. There you go. All right. As long as he's still being he's still demanding excellence, then that is fine. Good to hear. But yeah, driving it, because the last time I drove it, it was like 70 degrees. And that thing would be like, like be bucking hard once you hit like 2,500 RPMs with a little bit of throttle in it. But driving to and from, the colder it got, the better it ran. To the point where like I was laying into the throttle. It was running pretty fucking rich. That's why I'm kind of thinking it might be a fuel injector thing now. But yeah, we'll see. Worst comes to worst, I'll fucking rip it off and I'll throw some like fucking Holly or Edelbrock throttle body on it and call it a day. Blackwatcher. That stupid program that destroyed 700,000 vehicles back in 2009. Cash for clunkers. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Sparks, bedtime for me. See you slags next time. Well, have a good night there, bud. Glad you got all your shit sorted. Glad YouTube got its shit sorted out for you. Not that you got your shit sorted out. I'm glad YouTube got their shit sorted out for you. I'm glad Twitch is working better for those that have been having issues. Just saying, generally, I know a lot of small engine parts can be crazy now. Oh, yeah. I mean, everything's going up in price. That's why at this point, like, if I know everything's working right, I'm not going to fuck with it. I'm going to have to find my old harnesses and rigs, because I think I still have the setup where I can plug in and see all the sensors directly with my laptop. But I feel like I'm going to have to take some time and, like, relearn how that shit worked again. Or I'll just say fuck it and hook a voltmeter up to all the sensors. Because, I mean, it's OBD1, so, I mean, if I got to test the map sensor, I just check the sensor output. Vroom, vroom, vroom. It changes. All right. If I want to get really technical, I take the digital multimeter out and I fucking map that bitch and make sure it follows exactly where it needs to. Easy enough. If I want to check the ignition module, I can always check the output wire on that. There's actually a way to access it from under the dash. I can put a fucking scope on that and check it. I mean, besides that, there's not a whole lot. Both of well, on that one, it only has one coolant sensor. It runs the gauge and the computer. So, and that's working fine. Grant Rennie, I met my ex in America through car parts. Long story, her parents own a parts maker in ABQ. What is ABQ? It sounds like barbecue, but with an A. That makes me hungry. I got wings waiting for me though, so that's okay. Electronic carb, says Norman. Nah, so you kind of got to watch calling out an electronic carburetor there, Norman, because the Rochester fucking the newer Rochester carburetors, which were carburetors that had a bunch of solenoids and shit in them, those were really kind of more electronic carburetors. And there were some Keenans that were really carburetors that were electronic. Like they still had floats and shit in them, but even some of them had floats where they were controlled by solenoids. Kind of weird. Albuquerque? So I would go with throttle body injected more than electronic carburetor per se. But if it weren't for like a couple of carburetors that were really electronic carburetors, then yeah, throttle body injected would be pretty much an electronic carburetor. Check the MAF too. I reckon this doesn't have a mass airflow sensor. Mass airflow's really kicked in pretty hard with OBD2 in 96. That's when they mostly replaced the MAP sensor, which is manifold air pressure sensor, which typically measure the amount of vacuum that's in the engine so it can calculate the load. Then you have your throttle body, so it can see, okay, well, he's only got the throttle partly cracked, but there's a shitload of fucking vacuum, which means he's probably going up a hill, he's got a big load going on because that engine's really trying, but the throttle's only cracked, kind of deal. But yeah, no mass airflow on that. On this one, it has the basically emissions sensors on my OBD1 would be coolant temperature, because the colder it is, the more air it's, or the more fuel it's going to want to add because the air is denser. So it's got coolant temperature, the MAP sensor, so it knows how much vacuum, or if you have a turbo, how much pressure you have in the manifold. So it can help calculate load and how much fuel it also needs to help put in. So you got coolant, MAP, you got the oxygen sensor, which tells you how much unburnt fuel is in the exhaust stream. Which on my truck, I have the stock one, which I can't read easily, and then I have a wideband sensor on the other side of the engine, so I can get a very detailed readout on what's happening. As far as sensors, there's not really many other. You got coolant. Oh, intake air temperature sensor. That helps because you need to know the coolant. You need to know where your coolant's at. You need to know where your air is at, since you don't have a mass airflow. Mass airflow is basically a MAP sensor and an intake sensor kind of combined. It can calculate all that shit. But yeah, I got the intake air temperature sensor in there somewhere. Guess I should kind of take a look at that one too. So I just got to get my old rig set up, so because I had my old rig, it was just all put on gauges, and I could just look directly at it, but I haven't had that hooked up in a while. Anyway, wow, what do we got here? We got about 12 minutes to go there, folks. Whew. Rob says we'll have a pair of lambdas, I guess. No, it's just got the one oxygen sensor and the driver's side exhaust. Well, what is now the driver's side exhaust? It used to be, let's see, when that came over. Where was the factory exhaust? What side of the truck was that on? No, that should have been on the passenger side, so that would have come over, yeah, and then come back down and then come out. Yeah, because it went over on the passenger side and then out. Because I have just dual exhaust on it now. Like it's ceramic coat, long tube headers from Hooker. Got my Hooker Pro Competition headers. And then out of that, it's just straight 2.5-inch pipe going through Hooker Super Comp mufflers. They're just fucking straight through. And then it turns 90 degree out and a little bit down in front of the wheels, or in front of the tires. Like, there ain't much to it. But the stock one, and the pipe came down, and there was the stock oxygen sensor. So the stock oxygen sensor actually only monitored one side of the engine as well. So I'm monitoring the other side in addition to what the computers can see. I'm manually monitoring the other side. Fucking hell. What's a 3 flusher there, C2S? I definitely know some of those, or I've had some of those. Sure, they are better than some of the old Quadrajet carbs. Yeah, Quadrajet carburetors are fucking complicated. Hey, what's the deal with the Grinch Christmas shit? Like, I stopped at a gas station with a McDonald's, and they had this big ass sign that says, "We are out of Grinch Happy Meals." Is that like one of them fad things? Like the pink cups were, or whatever the hell those cups were this year? Stargate? I don't think it's Stargate. Spudley, throttle position sensor will give the effect of someone flapping the pedal wildly. It's just a pot. Had an old Ford with that issue, just lubed the pot. The TPS on it, it's good. The way I know the TPS on it's good is simply because the transmission is still acting appropriate. When your TPS starts going out, it on an OBD1 on a turbohydromatic or a TH4L or fuck a TH4L80E transmission. If the throttle position sensor starts going out, it is a shift nightmare because I've had it happen. They are very dependent on the TPS. So throttle response is normal. It's just as it gets into the higher RPMs, it starts chugging a little bit, but the colder it is, the less it chugs. And like I said, I do have slightly oversized injectors in them. It should compensate for it, but there seems to be a possible issue. But I'll figure it out. What's up, Faracini? How are you this evening? Grinch Odd Socks. Adult Happy Meals. Is that kind of how that was? Quite old school then, says Rob. I'm more familiar with closed loop lambda sensors. Yeah, like OBD1 is closed loop, but it uses just a standard oxygen sensor more than a lambda. Lambda sensors are generally, what you're going to call the wide bands, where you can actually watch where it's going and all that in detail. Whereas a standard oxygen sensor, it's basically just on a tip. You get rich or lean. Where, like I said, the wide bands, they'll just hold where they need to. A lot more better. Old ECU caps going bad. Nope, I have two different ECUs. One's fresh, one's factory. Check the caps on them. They're all good. And I've flip-flopped them back in, no issues. And the problem, even if the new performance computer, the newest performance computer, it still has the issue. So between three different ones, one of which are, the one computer was actually remanned about 6 years ago. So the caps in it are still pretty good. But I think it's a combination of tune-up and it just may not like them oversized injectors. Even though it's not a huge oversize, it just may be just enough that it doesn't like it. Have you see her movie Milkshake something? Grant, Scrufdog, should we all club together and build a car for the Bonneville Salt Flats? That sounds like it's going to take a lot of time. James Randolph, Grinch equals green salt and maybe something else. Yeah, I know there's all these, you get a lot of these derp fads. Grant Renee, they did a cash for clunkers in the UK and took away almost all the good old gasoline cars with the hype at the time. Even $15,000 cars were being traded in for a $1,500 tax breaks on new cars. Sad. Yeah, that's actually pretty sad. It was supposedly to support UK car makers. They were busy closing down or being sold for $1 to foreign billionaires. Yeah, that sounds about right with business nowadays. And you wonder why everything's going to shit when most of the money and so much of the money in so many different just put that anywhere, is fucking Chinese based at this point, because China's going into all the good countries. And like, I find it funny how there's news articles on it, but ain't nobody doing a goddamn thing about all the real estate that China's been buying up around all the US military bases lately. Like, gee, I wonder what's going on there. Christ. Renquist says McDonald's had the Grinch all over the place over here too this year. Yeah, everywhere I see it's Grinch stuff, but everybody's out of the Grinch stuff. So I guess, like, can you just take the shit down if you're going to be out of it? I mean, it's past Christmas at this point, so are you even getting any more in? I don't know. I don't pay attention to that shite. But whenever I get around to dicking with the truck, I'll let you know what I sort out. The next thing I want to do is go out there with my little UV flashlight and just check the spray pattern on the injectors to see if that looks irregular. Because that shit lights up pretty good under flashlights. Either a bright white flashlight or UV usually helps light it up pretty good too. But I just need to take some time and just sort it out. It shouldn't be too bad to figure out. There's only really a couple things I could fuck it up. Going off of experience, like I said, final position sensor seems good. Map sensor seems like it's good, but I am going to check that because I don't have a direct correlation of anything else to check it with. Well, I'm sure it could use a cap rotor and wires anyway. I'm going to check the connections on the ignition module while everything's in there, make sure nothing's corroded up. I think the module itself is probably fine because it seems to run, you know what I mean? And I am going to, at some point, if I got the oscilloscope out, I'll probably check the TPS anyway, just to give it a quick run through here, you know, quick, do your thing on the throttle just to make sure that it's tracking where it should be. Because, I mean, if I got the meter, or if I got the oscilloscope out there anyway, I can take fucking 2 minutes and check it. So that'll get checked one way or the other. They have a sensor to know if you have a map or not. I just used Waze. Well, I use Waze as well. But yeah, I did think the first time I heard that, is a map sensor. I'm like, what the fuck do they care if you have a map or not? Do a TPS report. Yes, I will be doing a TPS report, and I will have it on my desk by the morning. For sure. They're stealth. For sure, they're Spiker. Absolutely. Can't find anything on lime green bottles. Did find the orange barley. Okay. Cars need to have twat sensors to stop twats from driving them. God. Yeah, there'd be so many parked cars in the world that would never move again. And rightfully fucking so. Jesus Christ. The map sensor located in the glove box. Not sensing a map in here, buddy. But, yeah, we're getting there. Like, it runs really well. I mean, I'm going up and down big fucking mountains, and it did just fine. So whatever it isn't super critical. It's just a shame I wasn't able to pull that code out. To see what it was. I'm gonna have to have, like, a fucking paper clip on the ready, in case it pops back on, just to give me a clue of what might be happening. And I think I have a brand new oxygen sensor sitting around here somewhere that maybe I'll just throw in there just to fucking throw in there. Because, like, why not? But, I don't know, I'll get it sorted out, get it running good. And as long as it runs good and I like it, then I'll probably start doing kind of a restoration on it and then convert it into a bit of a sleeper thing. So, yeah, that way if I want to go camping, I can just sleep in it. And then I can pretty much camp anywhere, you know, like not quite tiny house quality, but, you know, be able to drive around and just stay in it kind of deal. I have a pretty decent plan on it once I get that other seat out. Ox says, I'm not sure where I'm going. Don't bother checking the glove box. There is an indicator on the dash that tells me not to look there. Yeah, instead of an arrow pointing at a map, it goes next to the map. That is the new, coming in 2027. T2S regime to give a toast for the top of the hour. Alright, what do we have? Here, there. That's empty. That's water. The coffee's gone. No more beer. We'll use this. And there is 8 o'clock. Top of the hour toast, everybody. We're getting ready to leave here in just a moment. Toodly toot toot. Yeah, toast. I may have some toast later. Killer Mike said something about toast getting toasted or something, like when he got unalived on one of the games, and I was just like, damn, toast. Man, I could go for some fucking toast. I may make some cinnamon toast tonight, actually. Who thinks I should make cinnamon toast? Scream at the screen loud enough so that I can hear you. Ready? Go. Well, it seems like everybody wants me to make cinnamon toast. Not much of a French toast guy there, Phasma. Like, it's alright, but I've never really felt a passion for French toast. Yeah, I can still hear you screaming. Can tell there's a delay. Alright. So now me and your neighbors know that do it. So maybe if so, hey, just remember if later on you hear your neighbors like banging against the wall, that just means they heard you and they're doing it. So they're doing it, and then we'll have more people in the world because that's what we need. That's what we need. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Don't leave just yet. For those that made it to the very end, I forgot. We do have one more thing to show. This was Flat Cat on New Year's. Got into the tinsel, Flat Cat did. But looked like they were still having a good time even with the tinsel. Forgot about that one. We're gonna throw that up there. So we do have a Flat Cat for tonight. Because they were partying, they're still kind of a little bit in recovery, but I mean I get it. You know, it's once you get into the tinsel, you start getting into everything else. You're having a party, pants are flying everywhere, nipples and boobies everywhere. I get it. Flat Cat's going to need a little more recovery time. But there we go for the Flat Cat there. Appreciate that. Zap sending that over. Love it. Very lifelike. Yeah, actually, that's a lot of good detail in there. Found some McCormick pumpkin pie sugar and apple pie sugar at Walmart after Christmas for 75% off. I feel like apple pie sugar would be a good everyday, like something that would go good just on anything donutty, pastry, desserty. Apple pie sugar. I have to look for some of that. Hope Flat Cat didn't need the tinsel pulled from his butt. I don't see anything hanging out of his butt. That's always unfortunate. And quite uncomfortable, I imagine, for everybody. But, alright, folks. I'm going to go grab a snack, finish unpacking my stuff from the trip, and get ready to take another thing going up to my parents' house tomorrow to get them all hooked up. Got a big apple pie in the fridge, says Rob. Well, good. You should eat the fuck out of that. Apple pie is good. So, thanks everybody for sending stuff in. I hope your New Year's and your Christmas and whatever else you may celebrate went well. And I will see everybody sometime this week. I'll do a Vane stream for the new Vane server that me and Killer Mike are running. Little hiccups here and there, but seems to be doing well. Luckily, most of the problems seem to be just beta software, early access stuff. So, anyway, I will see y'all then, and if not, if I don't see you then I will see you next Saturday for the stream, and Lego stuff will be starting not this coming, but next week. And we will be starting, God damn, how have I not brought this up? Start running my mouth, but yeah, in like a week and a half, we'll be starting on the DeLorean that just came out 3 days ago. Or it came out on the 2nd, actually. That was released on the 2nd. So we already have it today. I pre-ordered that bitch in like October. But yeah, that'll be in a week and a half. So I'll see you guys if I do a game stream. And if not, I'll see you on Saturday and all that good stuff. Appreciate everybody's support. Appreciate you hanging out. And I will see everyone later on. So have a good one. Be groovy to each other. And I am out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See ya.